which I'd have to look at the film to see if he had LeBron sealed for a lob, which, obviously it's a little bit riskier of a pass, but we had just thrown it to Jared, and then we just had a simple swing to Rondo, and our desire was to reject the screen, and he had a good matchup, but Joe Harris did a nice job on it, and we didn't get a shot off.
Brad, can you just talk about, obviously you guys had two possessions toward the end. You didn't opt to use the timeout the first one, but you did use it for the second one. Can you just talk through your logic in that decision?
Well, our guys, to their credit, were just fighting for the ball, and so they called the timeout. That's what you want to do if you don't have forward momentum going the other way. You want to do that. But the time before, we actually had a play drawn up if we would have gotten a stop to try to get to the rim. Rondo was able to turn the corner, and James did a nice job of staying with him, and we went a little early. We were a little rushed. We weren't where we were supposed to be when it all started, and that's we've got to continue to get better in those moments. But I think there are a lot of possessions you can point to in this game, and that's a tough one to lose.
The 3 threes that Kyrie hit when you guys were up 18 early in the fourth, are those just ones where you're looking like you can't defend those much better?
Well, the problem is if you defend them differently, you're going to give up something else. So, I think you try to chase him and challenge him as best as you can. We changed it up a little bit after that, but then you're giving up more in the paint, more at the rim, and all that other stuff. So, I thought the first half our transition defense was not good enough, and thought we shored it up a little bit in the third quarter, start of the fourth, but the guys for them looked like guys when it mattered, right? I mean, Kyrie was awesome, LeBron was awesome, and obviously Kevin made some plays too that they got really good players, and those guys did a good job when it was all on the line and they were behind.
Brad, what was the story with Rondo tonight? He didn't play a lot of minutes. He was stretching before they on the floor in front of the bench. Was something wrong with him? Or?
No, he played 31 minutes.
Right. But I mean, he wasn't out there for more than that. I was just wondering if there's something wrong with him. He was stretching on the floor in front of the bench.
No, I think he was just trying to get loose. I decided to go with shorter stints for him. I think he's better when he does that. We talked about that a little bit, but it was 3 stints instead of 2, so the minutes about even out. And we played pretty well in that stretch in the fourth. It got a little hairy at the end of it. And when we came back in, I think it was a 10 or 12 point game. But it's kind of hit and miss when you got guys like Thornton who's playing pretty well in that little stretch, and Evan Turner made some plays in that stretch, and you want to balance that appropriately.
Brad, how much does it hurt to miss an opportunity like this to get a quality win over a potential contender? Obviously, you guys played 101 points through 3 quarters to kind of put together that kind of performance.
Well, this isn't the NCAA where you get one win counts more than another, but it's very frustrating not to win the game.
Jeff got caught with that hook from LeBron. Is that sort of a basketball play that just happens?
I don't know. I'd have to watch it. I don't know that. I was kind of right behind it, so I must not have had as good of an angle. I didn't know if he got hit by the arm or the screen. I don't know. I know he was hurting for a minute.
Coach, there has been a couple games that you guys are up by 15, 20, and the opponent keeps coming back.
Yeah.
Can you just talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah, I'm frustrated by it. I want to be better at it. I thought our energy and togetherness and sustainability was much better tonight. When things went south, we came back. They went up by 3. We ended up tying the game. Jeff made a great hustle play to get the free throws. If you turned on the TV last night, you saw it in at least 2 games, maybe 3. And that happens. You got to play all 48. You got to be great all 48 against this team. It's not the same against everybody, but you still have to be on your A game the whole time.